Welcome back. It's Andrew, your crypto guy on the internet, here for some early June Bitcoin price targets, and they're all to the downside. Then we go up higher. But let's set up these price targets using the monthly anchored VWAP strategy. Now, for 7 months in a row, this strategy was making me money hand over fist. And so for the 8th month, I got all excited. I gotta share this with the masses. All 12 people who watch my videos have to know about this strategy. Guys, we are gonna go to the downside. We're gonna retest the April monthly VWAP. And it didn't happen. 1 out of 8 was incorrect. And so April's monthly VWAP was left in the dust. Bitcoin, because Andrew said it was going down, reached a new all-time high right after that. Whoops, sorry about that. So I got rinsed hard, but made some money back using some hedge longs, so we're still in the game. So the April retest didn't happen. But you got to retest it at some point. You got to retest your quarterly. That's the same thing. So now we're looking for an easier target, one that's closer to us. We're starting June, really June 2nd is the first market open day. So let's set up the May anchored VWAP by, remember, just to run over this again, we have the anchored VWAP tool, the magnet, the daily time frame, and then click on May 1st. Okay. Oh, that's much easier to get to. So you're starting a new month, especially when you're at a new all-time high and the air is thin. The first thing you do is test your footing on the previous month's anchored VWAP, and that is 103,300 right now. But these lines are dynamic, so you want to put them on your own chart, okay? And to make sure your settings are like mine, right-click that line, your anchored VWAP settings. Let's go to Input, click Standard Deviation, the first one checked, and your source, OHLC4. Your style, I uncheck everything except for VWAP. That's all that matters. And visibility, that's up to you. Who cares? So that's your first target for the start of June, is an easy short to the May retest. And then, if that fails, then where do you go? Well, let's set up the fixed range volume profiles, starting with the Trump inauguration date of November 4th. You click that, and your second point is where we are now. Your value area high is below us at 1064-ish. All right, so that's, you check that first, but it's kind of thin there. There's not a whole lot of volume, but as you get lower, you do get some strength at 105. Your May at 103. If that fails, you do have a bunch of volume here starting at 98.8. Your point of control is 96,000. And if that fails on a daily close, then you're checking for April and your quarterly. So those are my downside targets. But we're still in a bullish pattern. I mean, we have 7 green weeks in a row, okay? And I don't think we've had 8. I mean, here's one. We've got 9 right here before getting checked. So there is a reason to think you could keep going up for a little while longer. You're looking at the weekly on Bitcoin, or the weekly on Market Cipher B. You're starting to level off a little bit. It's too early to tell, but maybe you get a red dot here and an anchor trigger to the downside. Okay, but this is a long period of time here for this to play out. But it doesn't look super bullish anymore. It might come up for air a little bit. You have to, like a roller coaster, has to go down before it can go up again. So I'm thinking you come down to some easy targets nearby. Make sure it's on the daily. Yeah. 103.3 at least. That's where I'm taking my first profit, and I'm going to let a little bit keep riding just in case we go down further. But then after that, I mean, you're looking at the monthly, and that's a hell of a green candle right there, and you got a green dot on the monthly. First time ever. Like, we had a double top red dot on the monthly. A huge bear div. Like, this you should be out of the market completely. This should have dumped all the way down to 50,000 or so. It didn't. The institutions jumped in. They started buying when retail had given up. And now we got some new all-time highs going on. So now I'm wondering, who is going to push this price much higher? Retail is barely alive. They lost all their money on altcoins. Institutions are buying Bitcoin, but they're not buying altcoins. So you might be wondering, hey, when are my altcoins going to go up, Andrew? And the answer is fucking never. So here's your Bitcoin dominance. This needs to dump. I mean, really fall. At the same time as stablecoin dominance going down. So stablecoin dominance, this is USDT, that has been going down. So you're getting a chance. Money's going into crypto, but it's just going into Bitcoin. The dominance is off the charts here, super high. So you need the institutional people, the real money, to suddenly say, I've had enough of Bitcoin. We'll sell it and buy some Cardano or OP or some Solana or who gives like Monkey Coin. Are they really going to do that? No. So the people buying altcoins, these are excited retail buyers that are intimidated over Bitcoin's big price. And I don't know if there are enough of those retail buyers left. They all got blown up. I mean, generally, if Bitcoin's at all-time highs, I should be hearing about Bitcoin on the streets like I did the last time we hit an all-time high. And I'm not really getting that. You know, on the internet you get it, and in person you get a couple of texts from your goony friends, but it's not like I go to the office and Jenny from HR is talking about Bitcoin. It's not happening this time. She got blown up in Doge or something a couple years ago, and she's given up on it. So I don't know who is going to save your altcoins. I mean, you're looking at this, and you could get an anchor trigger to the downside. Maybe you do get a breath of fresh air. That is encouraging. And I still trade my altcoins, but I don't hold altcoins, really. The Solana made me some great money. I sold it to pay a year's rent, so it was worth it to me. But my last hold that I'm just going to keep, I even sold some of this to pay off some bills because we're at all-time highs. When else are you going to sell it? I still have some Bitcoin held away forever, but generally when you reach a new all-time high in anything, that's when you sell it, not when you buy it. So if you're a financial advisor, do you tell your customers to buy more Bitcoin right now? Or do you say, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Barnes, I got you in at 62,000. If you'd like, maybe trim the hedges, take some profit, take a nice vacation, maybe pay for your kids' college or something. This is when your selling starts. And now, does it dump forever? No, I think you fall down to like 100K-ish. Right around here, maybe at the lowest, 99,000. There's a bunch of people who would buy it. Oh, it's under 100K again. Oh, we got to get it before it rallies up to $1 million a coin. Okay, sure. So the more it falls down, the more I'll be looking to buy a little again or open a hedge long. But I still think you open June to the downside. But halfway through June, hey, Jerome Powell comes out. He's taking the mic again. Is he going to lower interest rates this time? I think he will. I mean, I haven't checked Polymarket, but if he's going to start lowering rates like June, this is it, man. If he does nothing, then, Bitcoin's going to do Bitcoin regardless. But it would be nice if June 18th, mark it on your calendar, Jerome gives us a little something, okay? Now, if you want to take a look at the liquidity, where's the money? There's a lot of money for the market makers to take underneath us, okay? And there's a bunch forming above us up to 114, but there's a lot more money under us. So if I was a scumbag running a market, why don't we rob these people? But you could ping pong between 114 and 105 for 3 months. Like, I don't really know. But I'm using the anchored VWAPs as an easy target for us, okay? So get those on your chart, and you can start your month off with some clarity. Now, if you want to be a great trader, not a good trader, use Market Cipher. It's the best trading tool set I've ever tried, and I've tried them all. So marketcipher.com, there's a link in the description. Good luck to you.